Is this working? Wow. I don't. Is there a shortage of the other speakers? How did you guys make it here? My gosh. No, just kidding. Thank you guys so much for coming after lunch too. But let's get everybody moving either forward or whatever. Just move your energy forward. Phones away as soon as you can, because I'm going to ask us to get into this little drill first before we get this thing started. Everybody's going to stand up. Look around, because we're judging. We're coaches. We're judging each other right now. Judge, go around. Are you a coach? If you're a coach and wants to make it in this industry, let me give you a number one tip right after lunch. Did you, yes or no, brush your teeth? All right? It's always a habit, right? Brushing your teeth as a coach, when you have clients, the last thing you ever need is that experience when you all of a sudden, you've got the gank breath and somebody's talking about it and you're like, oh man, I'm that coach that they just Instagrammed about. Don't you hate it when your coaches? That's what it is, right? So just look around. Look at everybody's posture. Look around. Look at the posture. This is a learning ceremony, or learn by doing, right? So right off the bat, when you are coaching a session with other clients, what kind of clients do we have out there? Who are we coaching? Are we coaching athletes? Raise your hands. All right. Are we coaching, is it in the collegiate field, the home gym? Where are we working at? Where? Youth. Who has youth? Who's training youth? Okay. These are your people, all right? So got to get to, really we need a big show of hands, because once we start getting into the doing, we learn a lot more about empty air. So everybody take your cup. Everybody grab your imaginary cup of whatever it is you think you're walking into this workshop with. Grab your imaginary cup. Take it like this, all right? You don't have to dump the entire thing, but I need you to empty at least 25%. At least 25%. If you really want to dive in and learn a lot, just go ahead and empty that thing out and shake that thing out today, okay? Just forget everything else that's you've stepped into today for, and we're going to learn something from a new perspective. This is about motor control training. It's not about reps. It's not about sets. This is about how our brain works with our body to create movement. Everybody understand that? Motor control? Yes? Now, understanding motor control, you have to understand these key objectives first. Everybody still standing? Look at your posture. This is closed. This is open. I'm going to learn. I'm not about to learn anything. So change your posture right away. Shake it out. 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 Motion drives emotion. Believe it. I just made the other class over there do the twist. Everybody do this with me right now. Just do this. Like, can you get into it? Now, we're all judging. It's all good, but do this. Can you just let loose? My little 1-year-old boy can do this. He can't walk yet, but he puts his hands on the thing. He does this. All right? Guys, let go. Empty your cup. All right? So who's doing youth? Raise your hands. Try and pair up with these guys. All right? Who's doing senior training? Seniors? All right. Pay attention. Look who else is doing the seniors. All right, you guys want to partner up. Guys, who's doing moms, right? Moms, who's got the mom clients? Raise your hands. Look around, who's got them, okay? Because you want to try and pair up. Hello, shake your hand to the person next to you. Get some action. Hi. All right, I love it. That wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either, right? Good is the enemy of great. So that was just like, hey, I gave you the instruction to just meet the person next to you, but now I'm going to tell you, give them an amazing compliment, something genuine, something heartfelt, all right? I love your shirt. You tie those shoelaces like no other, all right? You are bomb. But a genuine compliment, all right? I know we can find it. Remember, nothing's here like, guys, wait, don't go yet, don't go yet, don't go yet, don't go yet. All right, well, you guys are gonna go. So just go ahead, genuine compliment, and kind of like one of those bro hugs or some kind of like touch, all right, go. All right, not bad. Now for the very last little finish here, to get the energy up, you are going to not only give that person a compliment, all right, but now you're going to act as if you haven't seen this person in like 5 years and you're rekindling. So now you're going to go a person across the room, lighten the energy up, go. Across the room, big compliment like you haven't seen each other in 5 years. Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Good, man. You are awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. How are you? Good to see you. What brings you in today? Yeah, you are. All right, guys, go ahead. Have a seat right there. All right. Now we're ready to learn. Oh, I feel so much better, doesn't it? Shake that out. Shake that out. Shake that out. Give somebody a high five. That was awesome. You have to give them a high five. That was love. Whatever. Key objectives to today, all right? We're going to better understanding of motor control versus stability training, increase the efficacy of both stability and mobility training in your workouts, provide a greater strength efficiency for your athletes and clients through kinesthetic awareness, and then learn simple, teachable, actionable, easy, reproducible exercises, cues, tips, and routines to improve motor control. What you did right there improves motor control. Whether you want to believe it or not, becoming happier improves movement. All right? Everybody knows that when you stand, the book is called Presence. Automatically, look at your posture right now. You guys are, first of all, you're on me. I love it. I love how eyes are on me. But that attention goes right up there. Boom. And it's called presence, power. Presence is a big part of motor control. How do you stand when you're proud? How do you stand when you decide to show up today to give your all? Who here is ready to give more of themselves today, now, to somebody else than to themselves? Yes, it's exactly who it is. I thrive at the opportunity to come speak. Why? Because I feel like I can start a fire. We are in the midst of global, whatever it is you want to call it. I hate to say it, but I doubt social media really is the way, the light, but maybe we're just using it. But I just feel like right now we're in the state of numb. Everybody is like here. This is terrible for posture. This is terrible for motor control. Does anybody know Wolff's Law? NSCA. Wolff's Law. Anybody know it? The body will continue to be better at whatever it does repeatedly, right? So if I'm always doing all my work like this, what does my body get better at doing? All my work like this, right? It's just that's how it works. If I continue to do my push-ups like this, and no one tells me or fixes me, what do I build? What does this person that does push-ups like this end up looking like, right? Like Arnold? No. Right? It's a big part of like this. So, guys, the simplest thing I can do right now is emotion drives motion. Number one tip you need to learn from that. All I did was make you meet somebody. You guys are coaches. You guys are supposed to be the light that starts fire. That you step into a field and the whole place lights up. Is that you? Because I need you to bring that today while you're learning. Okay? Because that's what this whole world is kind of doing. We're kind of getting here, let me get my workout in, but am I really making a change? Stability training, this goes up on Google. This is what stability training is. Wow, is there any way to brighten this down or something? Can you guys all see? First slide, top left, is that stability training? That's the first picture that shows up. Is that stability training? Yes, raise your hand if it is. Yes or no, just boom. How about the second top? Stability training, yes or no? Raise your hand. Raise hand, no, yes, no. How about this one right here? Is this one right there, stability training? Yes? Okay. So the opposite side of that is mobility training, right? Well, so is this mobility training? Top left. How about this one right here? Is that mobility training? All right. You know what? You're kind of in your head. Hopefully you're like me and you're like, yeah, they kind of both are, right? Like, there's a lot of mobility training going on here at the same time. There's a lot of stability training going on here. And so splitting it up, I think we need to change the jargon. I think stability is misrepresented. It's poorly defined. All right? Strength training stabilizers doesn't result. So if I'm on a ball, right? Upper cross syndrome. Everybody knows what that is? Yeah? It's this. Everybody stand up right now. Stand up. We're losing that energy. Give me a little jog in place. Jog in place like it's the best jog in place you've ever done in your life. Are you here to learn? Jeez, relax. All right. Now that you have this, right, if you're upper cross syndrome, if you're America, I want you to stand like America, which is all the problems that we're dealing with. These are our clients. Stand like it right now. Boom. Hold that hard. And we're going to hold this for 90 seconds. Hold it hard. Oh, what are you doing? I just said hold it. You're just already breaking out of it. Get this with the hip. Lower cross syndrome. What happens in lower cross syndrome? Do the hip tuck. Come out the low back. What's happening with the knees? Knees are valgus. They go valgus. This happens. Roll the shoulders in. Collapse. Lean forward. Neck forward. More. Find it. Experience it. Get yourself into the feeling. This is about kinesthetic awareness. Where does your body feel extra tight? Don't come out of it yet. What's wrong with you, dude? Gosh. This is what they're staying in for how long? Staying there for 90 seconds. There's only 40 seconds left. Some of you guys just aren't owning it. Can you go more valgus? Can you collapse more? Who can collapse the most and still be functional? Please, this is a huge important part. You have to know this because you got to do this in front of your clients. This is how they become aware. If you want to create change with your clients, let them become aware. All right, come out of it. All right, that was 90 seconds. It sucked, didn't it? Yeah. All right, but if we're that way, if we're Wolf's Law, then what gets stronger? When we did that, what's getting stronger here? The bad postural muscles are getting stronger. So when you ask your clients to do a push-up, and they use their prime movers to do it, or you're asking them to do a stability ball, stir the pot, and they are this way all the time, which muscles do you think they really engage when they get into that ball? Those prime movers, those prime crappers, those yucky ones, right? How do we get them to use the better muscles? The actual muscles are supposed to be stable. How do we do that? Today, that answer is going to be by getting them to breathe better. That's what we're going to use as the signal for what we're doing here. It's going to be our measure of success. Say it. Breathing will be our measure of success. Go. No, you need to own this smack. Ready? Go. That's what we're going to use today. Make sure you tell that to your clients as well. Tell that to your athletes, all right? Now, here, these are the movements that we'll be doing. We're going to do a little supine drill. We're going to do a little toe touch thing. We're going to do some bridges. We'll do some single leg balance work, and we're going to do some mobility, Spider-Man T lunges, where hopefully we'll get there. We only have an hour. So we're going to split up into small groups. 3 groups of 3 will be best. All right, guys? Groups of 3 will be best. Ultimately, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to understand that stability is often misrepresented and poorly defined. We're here to understand that strength training, the stabilizers, all right, doesn't necessarily result in stability. So if I am on a stability ball and I'm just on it and I'm not really turning on the muscles that need to be on, then how, is the magic really happening? The turning movement is dictated by both software and hardware variables. Does everybody understand this concept? Software versus hardware, yeah? All right, it's easy, right? We can get into movement and somebody can have a poor squat pattern this way and we say, oh, I got terrible hip mobility. I'm like, oh, do you really? And then you put the person on their back and let's everybody overhead squat. So not everybody raised their hand here. So everybody overhead squat real quick and go ahead and squat. Squat down and all the way up. Some great squatters. Again. Now, pause. Come back up. Let's do it without the rib flare, yeah? Let's do it without the ribs flare. I know we all like to keep our hands up because we all are like around our peers. But seriously, ribs down now, hard, and then now go into your squat. Okay, so who fell forward in your squat? Come forward. Because everybody's pretty good. Like, come on, Mike. Oh boy, very nice. Okay, so let's just see your overhead squat real quick. So software versus hardware, right? Our clients think that everything is hardware. Most of America thinks everything's hardware, right? So that's that front side, go ahead, hack up. That's a great squat, shin angle looks good and everything looks good. You don't really have a bad squat, but go ahead, come on. Yeah, okay, come on all the way. Good. So you can see some of the patterns, yeah? So when you lay down on your back, go ahead. He's got good upper arm extremity too. He's not the best example, but most people will come in, and most of your clients who aren't strong, they'll fall and they'll melt. Yeah? Hoorah? So when you get them and you're like, oh, okay, well, let's put your arms over your head. And they're like, whoa, because everybody's America. Be America. Right now, go, America. Hold America and raise your arms over your head. Can't do it, right? All right, but that's a software thing. They put their arms over the head. Their software doesn't go there yet. and then descend, right? Their software says, I don't know anywhere else to go. So we put them on the ground, software doesn't have anywhere to go, and then I take the knees and the hips, bend, 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 and you know that, see, that's that perfect squat. Most people have this. You can do this trick with a lot of your clients, right? So explain to me, how did you get to this? Because can you see this from the side angle, right? This is the squat. For the camera, turn this way, Mike. So the camera, sorry, we just need to create some space here. So Mike was a fall forward, squat, T-spine extension kind of guy, and then now this is a squat. This is a pretty good squat, all right? And that's from the side. So that's a software thing. So we know we're just cleaning up software stuff, and how are we gonna know the measure of success for that pattern today? Very nice. Successful activation of one muscle occurs when successful deactivation of another takes place. That's a software thing as well. Motor control should be synonymous with stability. So instead of saying, okay, we're gonna do some stability training, I think it's really important that we say we're gonna do some motor control training. It is important to not just perform motor control exercise, one must test and then retest. So that's what we're gonna do today. So everybody understand where we are so far? Yeah? We're gonna move better today, and we're just doing it through motor control training. We're gonna get to groups of 3 people right now, all right? And make sure that you have with your group a stick, different bands, and grab a couple of dumbbells if you want to as well. Go ahead, do that now. 2 minutes, go. You wanna use this entire space, everybody. We wanna use this entire space. Thank you, brother, thank you. 3, 4 people to a group will be fine. Actually, no, 3, guys, 3. The magic group number is 3. 3. And then we have a lot of space here, a lot of space. How's it going, man? Brian. Keith, pleasure, man. Come on, guys, quick, quick, quick. Last 5 seconds. There's this huge area right here. All right, so you guys are still too bunched up over there. Let's not get in front of the camera. Let's just use this area over here. So this lane here in front of me still needs to remain somewhat open, except for the people that I'm using as my examples. So this lane right in front of me, guys, just needs to stay open. So everybody has area. Good. Very nice. Okay. So very first thing we're going to do here, I need let's go, Mike, since I still have you, why don't you come over here? So very first thing you're going to do is going to test each other, all right? So the very first thing we're going to test is just overhead, all right? You're going to, no, just an overhead motion. Actually, you know what? Let's do this all together. Go ahead, you stand over there. We will be the judges. Just have open space so you don't kick or hurt anybody. Put open space near your feet. Go ahead, take your shoes off. Let's get kinesthetic with our feet. All right? Let's feel it. Do we all know the mobility stability dance? We all know what's supposed to be more mobile, what's supposed to be more stable? Yeah? Let's just run through that really quickly as our warm-up anyway. So feet should be mobile, ankles should be stable, knees should be more mobile joint, hips should be more stable. I'm going to clear this line out, guys. I apologize just for the camera. Very nice. Hips should be more mobile, right? Lumbar spine should be more stable joint. Thoracic spine should be more of a mobile joint. Scapulothoracic spine, more of a stable joint. Glenohumeral joint, more mobile. Elbow, stable. Wrist, mobile. You guys got to see that? It went stable, mobile, stable, mobile, stable, mobile, this whole pattern, right? So when you're America, be America. Right now, go. Come on. Oh, you guys still don't. Oh, guys, pause, stop, stand up. What do you ask for from your clients? Do you ask them to deliver 60% today, or you ask them to deliver their best? Yes. So shake it out. We already did the dance together, all right? Own it. Let's find it. Get in there. Get to Igor. Go. All right. This sucks. Stand back out of it. So those are the big muscles that are getting used all the time, right? So now we shake that out. We do our own self-assessment first. We got to do a pre-test, all right? So right now, let's pre-test some stuff. Raising your hand above your head. Just doing it. Let's just go ahead, start doing it. Just get into the motion of it. When you feel it, do you really have good shoulder flexion? Or do you have shoulder flexion here and then T-spine extension? Who are you today? Just naturally go through it. I am one of those, here's my shoulder flexion, there's the rest of my extension, it's T-spine extension. And that's not good, but let's feel that. All right, beautiful. Let's feel our shoulder pattern. Thumbs in the hands. Reach to touch as close as you can. Reach to touch as close as you can. Just getting into the motion of it. As close as you can. As close as you can. Every time I'm watching you guys, I'm watching you. Are you even doing it? Okay, beautiful. Right here, let's go with just a little rotation, right? Feet together all the way. Let's go palms, let's go, what's it called, anatomical. And let's just turn as far as you can without breaking the joints. Stable, stable, mobile, mobile. Be an honest rotation. And then go the other way. How much are you rotating? Where do you lack rotation? Feel it. And if you're hitting somebody, you're not in the right space. You ought to be able to feel free, okay, guys? All right, beautiful. Right from there, let's go ahead. Let's get to that squat, huh? Arms above your head. Feel your squat out. Knock out 5 squats. Self-evaluation time. Feel it. Feel what it's like at the bottom. What is what we do today going to improve all of these patterns? Oh my God, a little snap, crackle, pop to the music. Jesus. All right, beautiful. Hey, thank you guys, thank you. Now let's go ahead, let's do a little single leg balance. Let's go ahead, just hands to the side. Right leg high up into the air. Try to fix on something away from you. Breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Other side. Everybody checks great with that. Higher. We could do, our hip mobility is sketchy for most of us. A lot of us don't really push that extension, but I'm not here to correct that right now. It's all good. Everybody seems to be good with the side. Go back to the other leg. When you catch your balance, this time you're your own judge. Close your eyes. See if you can hold your balance for 10 seconds. Catch your balance first. Once you catch your balance, close your eyes. Do you keep balance or do you lose it? The whole difference between kinesthetic awareness versus eyes. Injury. This is a huge injury awareness thing. This is why injuries happen, right? Because we think we know all this work, but then the minute you close your eyes, who has problems with this? Most people do. Mobility-wise, okay, so let's get into, what's another one of the things I wanted to get into? Oh, yeah, let's get into just your Spider-Man with T-reach. Get into that motion. Go ahead. Oh, just plank. Just everybody plank first. Just plank. Just find plank. Just find plank. And let me get into the, yeah, just find your plank position. Okay, go ahead and evaluate your push-up. Go ahead, push-up. And if you're not someone who does push-ups, shoulder touches. Evaluate your shoulder touches, that's fine. All right, beautiful. And then anybody have a Spider-Man with T-reach? See how those feel. Spider-Man with your T-reach. Notice how far you feel. Notice where the tension is. Feel it, right? Pre and post. Okay, beautiful. Stand on up. All right, that was awesome, all right? But what did we say was going to be the measure of success today? Yeah, you guys breathed terrible during that whole thing. I saw everybody's faces just get red, and I realized it's like the first couple sets, right? But it's that awareness to it, really, that makes the difference of what this is going to hopefully enlighten you with, okay? Finding that breath. Today we're going to find it in all these motions. What I want you to do first, Mike, go ahead, come over here. We're going to work on this overhead extension pattern. I'm going to grab a band. You can use, be creative. You can use a super band. You can use 2 super bands. If one super band is too tight, lie down on your back, brother. So I'm going to use the ground as my basis for flat, okay? That is my frame of reference, which is why I love this particular exercise, the supine overhead band pull. This might be a very, very tight one. So let's go with something a little lighter here. There, buddy. This looks like a good way. You can use the 2 handles. Doesn't matter. You just have to create force. Get that over your head. Beautiful. The bands can be wide, so you can go wider grip. Get that behind your arms. So this is what I'm looking for here. Shoulder width apart on the feet here. Now, what do we see going on with Mike? What do we see here? Big time. Yes. So I'm going to establish this for him first. My cue is going to be here. I'm put a big marshmallow here at the low back. I want you to squeeze that down. Let's press and kill that marshmallow. There. You see what happened to his breath right there? It's kind of just gone, right? So now I'm going to be the feedback. I'm going to put my hand here because he doesn't do it great. I'm going to push up on it. I want to feed the pattern. So now breathing to my hand, much better. Very nice. Now, I'm not counting reps. I'm not counting breath. I'm going to count 90 seconds. Really just 90 seconds in this pattern. Why? It's just so that he can figure it out. His body's trying to figure this out. All right? It's my absolute favorite one to start because it gives the most amount of cue to the breathing. So helping this out in your nose and out in your mouth. Like you're trying to blow a birthday candle out. In your nose and then out. Take those ribs down when you breathe out. Now the breathing thing's not a breathing exercise thing like that, but let's get into the action, all right, guys? Find a band that lets you do this and then get to it. That's pretty good. I wouldn't choose anybody else. That was the best one of the thing. Yeah, grab that one right there. Beautiful. Guys, if they're hard, you can use, like if this yellow super band, you can use 2 of them if you need. That's great, buddy. Go ahead and go. So it should be an overhead press, right? You're just doing an overhead press. And the very first thing, so guys, some of the bands, that might be too much for you, sir. Guys, don't go too crazy. Nobody's trying to, this is about warming the body up and turning things on. So please, let me know if you need a lighter band, and we can always get to it using a lighter band. Yes, there are lighter ones. There's a couple of them. So here's one right here. That purple one, using the handles there. 2 of those black ones work great. If you use a hand, same foot, and you can use 2 of the black. You can, if that's too tough. The reason why I have you doing groups of 3, guys, is you need to give feedback. Put your hand underneath the person's low back if they're not breathing to the low back. Diaphragmatic breathing necessitates that the entire rib cage, meaning that backside, will press hard against the ground. So really, you got to be there. Someone be there kinesthetically, because see, this is a highway. This is number 1. This is what I'm telling you to fix. I don't need the band. I need this. Come on, Wayne. No, you're losing every time you breathe. You're losing it. Guys, when they breathe, do they lose pressure on that back? Are they already losing core pressure, core stability? Make sure you switch partners now. 90 seconds is what we're trying to drive for. So the cues, guys. Creating tension. Okay, everybody really quiet for a second. So right now, what we're going for is purely kinesthetic. So I need quiet. There's too much talking as coaches. Quiet. Let the client breathe. Listen. Are they breathing in the nose and out the mouth? Are they creating pressure? And this is a warm-up. Tell them to squeeze down on your hand because you're waking up the muscles that need to be on so that the ribs can come down and give you true extension. I'm not talking about it. I'm going to prove this all to you when we do retest, but get in there. Get into the mode. If you're not doing it, you're never going to know the magic. If you're not doing it, you're never going to know and understand what I'm talking about when all of a sudden you feel your body fall its way into place. The body is driven towards efficiency. So if you focus on breathing in the nose and out the mouth, your body will formulate its core around breathing, which is the fundamental thing we want to do to live. Breathing will be the measure of success, but make sure that they're breathing right. And this is the first one I do with my clients. Put that pressure on her low back. Put that pressure underneath that guy's low back. Like, guys, all right, beautiful. And go ahead, come on up, guys. All right. It's okay. If you're still doing it, don't worry about it. I was just going to talk. All right. So really quickly here, we're looking at these tips, routines. Who felt that? Okay, who's starting to understand what I'm talking about? Right? When you're driving in to breathe in the nose, out the mouth, what did you feel happen to the shoulders? What did they do? Anybody? No, we obviously didn't feel it. You guys can't translate it. What did the shoulders do when you start to? They depress. It doesn't. I've never seen anybody go into trying to breathe better and they go into the worst part of it. They get better. You put that hand there, you wake up these muscles back here, all of a sudden the rib cage falls down to try and help with that motion. We are wired into Wolff's Law, but unfortunately we're wired like this into Wolff's Law right now. It makes all of this very hard. But the extension pattern with what we're looking for during natural exercise, during play of tennis, during play of volleyball, during play of bowling, all of the things that need athleticism is right here in the posture. Does a bowler hold his breath every time he bowls? But every time you did all those warm-up motions before, it was all holding that breath. I'm going to get down and squat. Yeah, I'm a good squatter. All right? Show me some rotation. You saw that, right? You guys all saw that, right? Ow, that burns. All right? It can't happen. We need flow. We need natural. So the reckoning was this exercise. It's about the reckoning. It's about letting people aware of where they are here. Play with them. Teach them that this is the bad. All right? Get them to feel this hard. Go into it hard so that they're like, ow, that extra hurts me. I'm like, what do you think you're doing to yourself on the daily? The reckoning creates the rumble. The rumble, how do I fix it? They'll be in the day. They'll feel it. Like, oh, man, I got to get out of this thing. How do I do it? I'm going to get in that band exercise. That one helps me out a lot. Oh. All right? That's the revolution for people. Extrinsic versus intrinsic cues. I can tell people, engage this, engage your glutes, engage this rib cage. It doesn't really work because most people don't know where their glutes are. Most people. So giving people that kinesthetic, right? Smash my hand. This is a marshmallow down here. Smash it. This is a dog's tail. If the back comes up off this dog's tail, it's going to run into the street and die. All right? Figure out your extrinsic cue. 90 seconds so that they can learn the motion, the movement, the motor pattern. It takes a while for me to figure it out. It's just like everything else, right? The very beginning of the action with, said partner isn't the best, but once you get into 90 seconds of it, it starts warming up really well. But that is about breathing will be the measure of success. As you're going 90 seconds with the people right here, focus on breathing and let their body align itself to find that breath. Motor control. Do you have it? And then do you own the entire movement? There will be two ends of exercises sometimes, point A and point B. Point A and point B. I will ask you to own both ends first before owning the movement between it, breaking it down. Everybody understand where we're at? Hoorah? Okay, that's you guys are strength coaches. You just really not. You're going to bring it to me today. I promise you we're going to make some changes, but you guys got to make some changes personally right now, and that's about bringing it right now. Are you ready to do this? Hoorah? Okay, still not what I'm looking for. We have this entire thing. They ran out this huge room and everything. They need to know who we are. Are we ready to learn about motor control and know that breathing is a measure of success? Hoorah! Hoorah! That's what I'm talking about. All right, partner up. Here we go. Learn by doing. First one, that's super overhand band pull. Now, next one, let's do bridges. All right, so can I get a volunteer right up here? Right up here, volunteer. Beautiful. That's cool. I'll need both of you guys. Go ahead. So you give me the angle this way. All right, this camera. Yeah. So on your back. Hip bridges, on your back. My bad, hip bridges. They're like, I didn't want to do that one. All right, so the hip bridge, be able to touch your heel first. These are my markers, right? Be able to touch your heel. So can you touch your heels right there? So right here, you see what I mean? That's okay. This would be too far, can't touch his heel. So this would be too far. This is where I want first, all right? Just know that alignment for most people, okay? So just going up to the bridge, go ahead, bridge on up. All right, this is where the challenge is. So you're going to feel where their body is in space. They're going to feel where they're overly tight, that kind of thing. What you're going to do is the partners are going to come here, and then you're going to give them frontal plane load, okay? Now, once you give them frontal plane load, a lot of times Yeah, Wayne's all trying to be expert at this now, whatever. So Brian, my boy B, so I add a load. So in your nose, out your mouth. Okay, then I give him load. And what happens to his breath? He kind of holds it. Because his body's core is like, oh, what was that? Now, I give him time to figure it out. I say figure it out. I say settle the body. You lift one leg in the air now. Okay? No, wait, go to double bridge. Go into double bridge. So hold there. Beautiful. So now he's totally loaded. He's got it now. He's breathing well again. His core has refigured it out. So now he's got this. He's been loading this right leg like crazy already. So now when I ask him to lift this leg, now go with your breathing. That's a whole different kind of warm-up. Let's just get into it. Go ahead. Okay, so I'm here. Beautiful. You guys partner up real quick. Challenge each other. Guys, we're establishing the double leg hip bridge first. You're pulling hard enough so that they have to recruit all of the right stabilizers to make this work. Now, clearing the stabilizers from the motor control, from the mobilizers, is really about breathing. You want to give it to him. He's stronger than that. You gotta work. He'll tell you, but in the nose. See, he's not breathing out his mouth. There's no signal. So guys, you gotta give each other that breathing signal. You gotta give your coaches the chance to hear your breath. Now, right here, turn palms up, shoulders up. Does it improve? Feel where you are overly tight, and in a kinesthetic way, redistribute the force inside so that the body uptakes it. Make sure it's around the hips, guys. Don't go into the waist. Make sure that band is across the hip bone. Use the hip bone, especially if you're going to pull hard. So on this band, I would just put her through because that's a lot of band pull initially. I would just go like this, go in, you just put your feet in, yeah, and then go ahead and you can now. So you want to breathe well first in the nose, out the mouth, and then pull her hard so that you change her breathing, and then she has to reorganize it. Guys, for those of you guys have done double leg and you're just waiting, now do single leg hip bridges, and where you feel your breath cutting off, and just hold it and feel how what you're focused on is reorganize the same muscles that you did with the overhead band pull. Okay? Here we go. I got it. This is just good. You just want to, anybody that has advanced, pause, guys. If you want to make it harder, just close the foot stance. Just close your stance, foot stance, and then now go ahead and pull. When you pull, give her a little bit of a good pull so she has to adjust her breathing. All right, guys. Everybody get a little chance to work that. Let's move on so we can get to that next one because I only have 10 minutes. We need to do one more pattern here. So for a second, relax. Relax, everybody, eyes on me. Don't worry about it. Eyes on me now. We're going to get into it because we'll have one more exercise, so we'll be able to get it. It's a concept. I do not want you thinking exercises here. I don't want you thinking like, oh my God, this is about a concept in training. This is about when you do mobility or stability training, allowing the breath to be that signal. But understanding that a lot of the things that we want to do, whether it's mobility or stability work, how can the body really clear up that pattern until we actually allow our clients to understand what's this versus this? And that's where the jargon in this world is muddled. Because people will just say, oh, that's a balance board, that's balance training. But if you have someone that already looks like this, and has trouble walking and is that guy, and you put him on another ball that just moves, is that going to work? Is that going to help him? This is about finding the muscles first that need to be found first. The muscles that we found here in the supine overhand band pull, that's a supine exercise. It's a baby exercise. The minute you lose supine and you start transferring into all the other stuff, then you're asking yourself, am I really helping this person? Especially if there's an injury to train. Like if I have ACL conditioning and I'm sitting here doing all this like ball toss with them, but the person make them stand and they just lose their eyesight and they already fallen. I don't care how much of that you have. It's here. So conceptually, breathing, finding tension to find your home base. This was about home base. Hoorah. Hoorah. Find home base. I tell people, okay, back to home base. Back to what you just learned. So in this exercise, everybody get on all fours. Right here. Hands, knees, feet, as close as you can together. As close as you can. Now, don't spread the fingers out. Give yourself as close as you can. Skinny, skinny, skinny. All right? Now, wrists directly under the shoulders. Knees directly under the hips. All right? Right arm out, left leg out. As far away as you can. Reach. Hold. Now, breathe. This is position A. Right here. In the nose. Out the mouth. We're doing that for 5 good breaths. Every single time you breathe, I want you to lock down. Find the centration of your shoulders. Find the centration of your hips. Pull your chin over that fence. Point B of this exercise, the knee touching your elbow. Go to it. Hold this position. This is position B. Hold it. Most of you are holding your breath here. Breathe in the nose, out the mouth. Hold it. Elbow touching the knee. Own this position. This is what I mean by owning the position, is owning your breath in the nose, out the mouth. Feel what has to turn on and what has to turn off to achieve this more. Your breath will be your measure of success. Now that you own both ends, now go between point A to point B. See what that feels like. Now go between the 2 points. Focus still on your breathing. Breathing well. Make your breathing independent of the movement. Change the speed of your breathing, but maintaining the speed of the form, or vice versa. Because breathing happens systematically no matter what the movement is. Beautiful. All right, now standing up, everybody grab a partner and grab a band. And what you're going to do here is you're going to do a little band exercise. You're going to hold the band. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Let's go here in front of the camera. All right. So single leg exercise. All right. Just boom. Yep. So this is the one. This is the balance thing we did, right? Let's do a one hand. Can I get another band? Actually, that one with the handles. If you're going to use a super band, do 2 super bands. All right, guys. But having a nice handle so that the hands can split up is much better on this one. Open up the arms. Yes. So here, all I'm going to do is pull forward. And then I'm just going to ask him to correct what needs to be corrected. Because right now, he starts out with the prime movers. His body's going to engage his prime movers, his big traps. But now, if I ask him to go at home base, you see what's happening to him already? Chest is going there, eyes forward, breathing in. Now I can start giving him a little perturbation this way. So if I pull him a little to the right, I'm going to give him time. You see, it knocks him off, but give him 90 seconds or however much time he needs to regain it, and then to find a breath. You can't be too much, right? Progress is made at the edge of chaos. But if I give him too much chaos, if I pull him too much and he can't get control at all, he's never going to get there. But there has to be that right amount. So like right here, when he does fix it. What's your name, buddy? Matt. Fix it, Matt. Fix it. Get your own voice. You see what happened? Boom, 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 boom. Organized it. Ribs down. He loves it now. He owns that. He has it. He's not. Now this side. Does he own on this side? Wherever your clients have a leak, this is the best way to do it. Expose the leak and let them fill in the gap to fix it, and let their breath be that measure. Because once you feel it, we all feel it. Hoorah. leather. So now this is going to be front side. I'm going to go back side. I can do 2 bands if I want to. So hold here. I can get nasty. You know, once I start getting advanced, go ahead. I can start, you know, really getting my boy, right? But remember, if it's too much, I'm just going to start him slow. Does he have this angle? Cool, he has that one. Let me give him a little perturbation. Does he have it here? Oh, he doesn't have it there, so we're just going to wait. And he's got to breathe, he's got to fix it, he's got to find it. He's finding it. All right, go ahead, go, attack. Work with your partners, work. Great job, great job. Take your time. Progress is made at the edge of chaos. 2 bands works best. Guys, there's a lot of extra bands. 2 bands works best. So you can put 1 band in each hand. 2 bands works best. See, no one going, like, here, boys. Here, you big guy. 2 bands, just 1 in each hand. That way you can move them around them. Guys, we're looking for the breath. I see a lot of people with these closed mouth. Breathe out. Breathe out. That brings the rib cage down. Good. Guys, drive anatomical position too when you do this. You don't want the palms forward. You want the palms rolling back. All right, hold on one second. I'm just going to fix this real quick. I'm just going to go this way. No.
I have a hand injury.
Oh, buddy. Fucking whatever, dude. That's beautiful. Oh, my God. Good. Shake it. And as coaches, guys, glass of water on your head. Nobody should be looking down in this one. You should be looking up. Looking up. Everybody needs this. Everybody, you need to practice this. Everybody, especially the people who didn't have balance at the beginning. You got to get into this. All right, no one should be doing nothing because we have 3 minutes left here. Breathe, own it. And guys, we have 30 seconds left. So if you're not getting it in, get it in. Very nice. So in the nose, out the mouth, breathe out the ear. Might be pulling a little hard. Let her get to home base where she feels like it was still breathing to here. Breathe to here. There it is. See the shoulders drop? Here. Yeah, the girl. Very nice. All right. Relax. Beautiful. Go ahead, guys, take your seats. Take your seats. All right, so we did. Jam it out. Okay, I'm going to be out afterwards to answer questions and to do that again with anybody hands-on if you weren't getting what I was getting. This is another one of these great ones. If you guys haven't seen it, stick mobility. It's like a stick that you bend. But being able to kinesthetically open and turn on your body using dowels is great too. Pushing down like this, guys. So when I do, look at me right here. For people who have clients who are plankers like this, all right? How do I help with that? This right here, dowel, teach them that overhead press, push down, and get them into that posture, and then perturbate. They can lift the leg here, and do they still maintain this dowel? Kinesthetic awareness to that exercise is just pulling on the dowel. If they're not pushing down on it, it goes. So how do I turn on the anterior core stability in a plank position? How do I measure the success? Breathing. Breathing turns that exercise into motor control training because this person's not good stability work, but she can't find stable because she's too busy firing up all of the prime movers, right? So we have all the concepts down, guys. Stability is misrepresented. It's poorly defined. Let's help our clients better define what a stability muscle is versus a mobility joint. Strength training stabilizers, just because it's a stabilizing board doesn't mean your stabilizer is getting worked. Let people understand how to find the reckoning, right? It's about timing, coordination, and motor control. It's dictated by software versus hardware. Most of us suffer from software injuries. Help people with their software at the beginning of your training regimen, and I promise you the hardware work will take care of itself. doing this type of training beforehand to help your clients understand the software to the best. Stand up. This is where the magic happens. You guys all sat down. You're going to miss the magic. Self-evaluate now. Your overhead reach. How does it feel now? Up and down. Feet together. Rotate. How does it feel? We didn't do the Spider-Man with T-reach. We would have really changed this one. Go ahead. Shoulder pattern. Here. How does it feel? Is it better? I'm sorry we didn't get to all the exercises, but understanding that motor control, breathing now, because a lot of you are already breathing better during the motion, makes it happen. Overhead squat. And lastly, the final one, guys, as I wrap this up, is just your single leg balance. For those of you guys that had it, and we got a chance to do that drill, take your time, find it, find your breath first, and then close your eyes. And hopefully it is better. But again, not wanting to feel that one to feel rushed at all. Motor control training, guys, make sure you guys are doing it with your clients, all right? Very grateful for your light and love. Big thanks to NSCA, Perform Better, all the energy, all you guys that made this possible. Don't let what you learned today just turn into knowledge. Make sure you turn it into action. Turn it to your clients. Right there, you can reach me, Brian at Brick Fitness, or my Instagram, Dragon Master Bri. Thank you very much. One love.